Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're all doing well and having a really great day. In this video, I am wanting to combine 3 of my mini Doge miners. Well, actually one is a Goldshell ST Starcoin miner. And I'm wanting to combine all 3 of these in one power supply because I have been having issues with these 2 Goldshell mini Doges. Okay, so one is the Dogecoin edition one and one is the regular Goldshell mini Doge LTC Doge miner. And I've been trying to figure out what the heck is going on with these 2 as I've done some firmware updates, but they still turn off or like they stop mining every now and then. And so I was like, what the heck? I just turned them off and I decided to look at the power supply. And I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera, but these like laptop style brick power supplies, okay, so it looks like this. Alright, just to show you guys, it looks like one of these. These show that they are 300 watts and able to be plugged in 100 to 240 volts. But what I just showed you here, it's brown and kind of burnt. So that is why I'm going to contribute these Goldshell mini Doges to not work, is because of these little power bricks which have been browning. This one's also kind of browning, not as bad as the other one here, but yeah, it's definitely noticeable, and that is burnt. And then on the ST Goldshell ASIC here, this one, it hasn't burnt or anything because this one actually has a legit like 750 watt power supply, like a server power supply. I'm not going to be using this one in the video today because I'm sketched out by the way this is like essentially soldered onto the end of the power supply here. So I don't know if I trust this to run the other 2 mini Doges because these things take about, I think, 235 watts each. And then the Starcoin miner here only takes about like 60, 70 watts or something. So pretty small. So I'm gonna do 2 different tests in this video with a HP server 1200 watt power supply, and then I have another HP server PSU, a 750 watt. And I'm gonna couple it with a parallel miner X11 breakout board, one of the really popular breakout boards that I use a lot. And I have 3 6-pin to 8-pin PCIe cables, but each of these Goldshell mini ASICs here only require 1 6-pin for power. So that will be good going into the breakout board, and we will see the exact power consumption on a SpaceGoats 110 to 120 volt power meter. Alright, so we're gonna see the exact power coming out of these power supplies. And one thing to quickly note before we plug them all in, guys, is that the 750 watt I can utilize on 100 to 240 volt at 750 watts, but the 1200 watt PSU, it will only go up to 900 watts on 100 to 120 volt. Unlike at 200 or 240 volts, this one can go up to 1200 watts. So we will see max 900 on this one, but that will be okay. I think, you know, 230 plus 230 plus 60, 70 watts. We should be under 600 watts or so, I think. Anyways, let me get rid of these power bricks. I don't trust these anymore, and I don't think anyone else should use these. In case other people out there had issues with their Goldshell mini Doges, that's probably why, because the PCIe connectors were browning. And I just want to make sure inside is not browning. And it looks to be okay. I don't see any brown inside. So that should be okay as we plug in these cables. All right, so let me do that right now. Okay, I got the 750 watt plugged in, so let's go ahead, turn it on. Okay, all 3 of them turned on. That looks cool. Now we shall see how much power they're gonna run. So it's gonna take a couple minutes for them to turn on and hash at full power, so let's give it a bit. Okay, they are mining after a couple minutes, and now the total power consumption coming from the 750 watt here is 517 watts. That's really efficient, I think. So I want to just add the numbers here where Goldshell rates these guys. So 233 watts for the mini Doge plus another 233 plus 61 watts for the ST miner. So combined, supposedly 527 watts. So yeah, looks like we're pretty much where they are rated for in terms of power consumption. So that's really cool. Now, I want to turn them off and plug in the 1200 watt here and maybe see if there's any efficiency coming from either using this one or the 750 watt, just to see if there's any difference. So let me just quickly switch that. All right, 1200 watts in, rated at 900 watts. Now at the wall, we're pulling 512. Okay, that means we're saving, I think, 5 watts from the 750 watt PSU, because we were at 517 watts before, but now we're at 512, switching to the 1200 watts. So I believe that is because since we were not at around, I believe the perfect efficiency level for these power supplies is around 50 or 60%. So the 750 watt we were using, we were pulling about, 517 watts. So technically the load is more than 50%. So I believe that's why it was a little bit inefficient there. So now this 1200 watt PSU, which we're running at about 900 watts because it's on 120 volt, that means we're closer to the load of, I guess, the peak efficiency that this power supply is doing. So it looks like we're going a little bit higher in power consumption, 513, but I'm gonna say that is the case as to why we're saving a little bit more is because of the efficiency load that we're utilizing on this 1200 watt instead. So I think that's great. I'm gonna keep it with the 1200 watt PSU for now, and yeah, I'm gonna call that a win instead of using these burnt laptop brick style power supplies. Okay guys, I just wanted to end off with figuring out the profitability of these Goldshell mini doges and ST miner. Okay, so I was just checking my phone, and as of recording right now, it's about January 21st. The profitability of these Goldshell mini doges and ST miner, it's pretty low. So as of recording, these two mini doges, each of them make about 70 cents, 68 cents USD after the electrical cost, okay? Which is pretty low. Obviously the market's come down. Then the ST miner here, the Startcoin miner, apparently makes about $1.25, which is better than these two mini doges at the moment. But for how long, I'm not quite sure. So is it profitable for me to run these little guys? Yes. Yes, it is. It's still good. Looks like the power is going up a little bit. I'm assuming the fans kind of equaled out now as these are getting a bit hotter. Okay. So anyways, guys, I think that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts about these little tiny Goldshell ASICs here. I know there's a few of you out there that have these, and let me know if you guys have done similar setups in terms of the power, and if you had issues with the, the initial bricks that came with them. As I showed you guys here, it's yellowing and browning there, so it looks kind of burnt. That's probably why I was having issues, but I'll keep you guys updated, let you know if this worked out, and hopefully these will still continue to mine and not, shut down or freeze or anything like that. All right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, and peace out.